This is something I decided to do. I wanted to do something a little bit original. And yeah, so I'm basically going to be creating stories, right? Just off the dome, freestyling stories. A lot of romance stories because romance is my favorite genre. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. I want to do Nightwing and Batgirl. So if anything kind of doesn't make sense, just forgive it because I didn't think about this beforehand. So let's get right into it. We begin in a cold, rainy night in Gotham City. Nightwing has been struggling mentally for a while. Everything has been hard. He hasn't lived a normal life in so long, and he's just so used to fighting bad guys all the time. And he's thinking about maybe giving up, maybe stopping. I mean, Gotham hasn't really got much better, and he's been doing this since he was a little boy. His body's hurt, he's bruised and damaged, and he feels like mentally, slowly but surely, he's waning. He wants to try to just be a normal person for a bit, for a change. The life that he's been living and the fact that he got to save so many people means everything to him. But his whole life has been based upon doing stuff for other people. Is it okay to be selfish this one time? He looks at Barbara, leaving the library, smiling at her friends, and heading home. They're supposed to be going on a mission together, but Barbara has to pretend to go home. Well, Barbara gets to pretend. Dick stopped pretending a few years ago. They're both 21 right now, and he can't help but just stare at her and wonder why did I ever break up with her? I know I wanted to move to Bloodhaven and I needed some time away from the Bat, but I should have never let her go. But you see, the thing is, she's kind of seeing somebody right now. His name is Ray. He's a nice guy. Dick has actually met him one time and they seem to get along, and he's just a regular guy. You know, he's doing college as well. He's also working. Damn. But Grayson has been thinking of being selfish lately, just the way he wants to possibly end being a hero. He might try to win Barbara over, even though it's not really in his nature to do that. He waits for Barbara at the rendezvous point. About 15-20 minutes later, she arrives. So, the Penguin, he's supposed to be doing a deal down south. We gotta keep an eye on him, she says. He looks at her and thinks, is this what our relationship has become? Just matter of fact, not even, hey, how you doing? This is how my day is going. Just straight to business. He can only blame himself. After all, he's the one that put a wedge between the relationship and caused all this friction. Plus, she's smiling again, especially after what happened to her with the Joker. She's been through so much. Maybe he shouldn't be selfish. Maybe he should just let her be happy with Ray. So they go on the patrol. They discover that Penguin is trying to get in some new high-tech weaponry. Damn. He almost just wants to let it go. Just let them do their thing. I mean, if Penguin doesn't do it, somebody else will anyway. He follows Barbara's lead, and they go in and they beat up all the bad guys, and Barbara saves him a few times, even though he's supposed to be the faster one. He's supposed to be the one with the more finesse. She's like, dude, like, get your head right. And he's just laboring behind her and says, oh, just a bit tired. As they're about to separate and go in different ways, he stops her and says, hey, I was thinking, it's been a minute since we've talked. You know, no costumes, no hero gimmicks, just as Dick and Barbara. It's always Batgirl and Nightwing, and you're still one of my closest friends. And I feel like we've gotten distant. Can we maybe grab a drink? Sorry, Dick, I can't tonight. I'm meeting up with Ray later. We're supposed to have dinner at his place. Maybe next patrol, if I'm free. Oh, that's no problem. That's okay. Dick just watches her disappear through the night, in the cold, rainy night, as he wonders how her hair might feel and how her hands might feel underneath those gloves. Maybe her lips too. You fucked up, Dick. You fucked up. He's been living alone, but he doesn't really feel like being alone tonight, so he returns to the Wayne Manor. Alfred greets him. What a pleasant surprise to see you here, Master Bruce. Dick looks at him and laughs. Haha, very funny. Because am I really looking more and more like Bruce? Well, Alfred replies, the tired eyes, the emotionally scarred look. You look like you haven't been sleeping well. When have I ever slept well? Dick replied. Alfred laughs and offered him some food and tea. They sat down and had a heart-to-heart conversation just about his life and how he's thinking about hanging it up. Alfred eventually asks, have you talked to Master Bruce about this? Grayson says, I don't think I will. I don't think I want to. I actually called Superman a few days ago, and he's the reason why I wear the Nightwing costume, so I want to talk to him about my motivations and how I'm feeling and see if maybe it's the best for everyone if I stop. Alfred looks him in the eyes and tells him, Master Grayson, sometimes it's okay to do things for yourself. You've given this city, this world, so much. You don't owe any of us anything. Do whatever you feel feels right to you. Grayson leaves, returns to his house and sleeps. And he thinks maybe he should move back to Bloodhaven and go back to being a police officer and serve in that way without the pressure, without all of the extra malarkey, without the kidnapping, without him being shot and almost murdered, without him losing his memory, without all of this extra malarkey that he's been going through. He just kind of wants to be a normal person. But can he be normal anymore? He begins packing his things and he doesn't want to tell Barbara. But his whole house is packed up and he's just uncertain what's keeping him, what's stopping him from just taking the next train or bus or driving out of here. He wants to make a living. He wants to maybe meet somebody. And then he thinks of Barbara and feels maybe he's already met her. Should he quit or should he fight? He ponders this for some time until he falls asleep. Barbara wakes up early at her boyfriend's and she rushes out. Oh, damn it, I'm almost late. She doesn't eat breakfast, takes her bag and flees straight to college. She gets to her lecture a few minutes late. Her lecturer gives her a dirty look. She smiles. When she finishes college, she's tired but happy. She's bubbly. She talks to her friend Suzanne. They talk about just how everything has been so great lately, and she feels like she's living a dream, like it was never possible for her life to be going so well. Between college and a part-time work at a lab, she feels like things are finally going right for her, you know? Like after all these hectic things, she can finally be happy. She got her best friend and Dick Grayson back, and they've been hanging out sometimes, she says. Not going beyond that. And Susan just gushes at the fact that her friend, Barbara, is friends with somebody like Dick Grayson. Susan says, he's like, how do you know him? Like, I still don't get it. He's a Wayne. He's rich. He's handsome, and I hear he's a playboy. How did you become friends with him? And Barbara just says, we went to the same school and had a lot in common. And Susan says, any girl in the world would be so lucky to date him. And Barbara just smiles awkwardly and says, I don't know if he's a great boyfriend material. And Susan says, I can only imagine the amount of girls that be looking at him and going after him. I haven't seen him on the news lately. He used to throw crazy parties, I remember, and always used to get in trouble, but now he seems to keep his head down. He seems to be less of a maniac than that Bruce Wayne, although he's a hunk too. Barbara just smiles and laughs awkwardly. I'm gonna head to the lab, she says. I gotta do hand in a few research papers. We've been studying brain. She hugs Susan and says that we gotta go shopping sometime. It's been a minute. Susan smiles and says, most definitely. Or we should go on a double date, she says. Barbara says, yeah, or that. Bring Grayson, she says. I'll think about it. I don't know if he'd want a third wheel. And she leaves and goes to the lab studying quantum physics and trying to figure out how to make a quantum computer that's better than any computer on Earth. The project is funded by Wayne and Luke Tokorp. An interesting collaboration, she thought. But Bruce couldn't have declined without it seeming awkward, so he accepted. She receives a text from Grayson, and he reads, "Where are you?" And she replies, "At the lab." "You?" "I'm not sure," he says. "I kind of wandered off, got lost, and wanted to talk to you." She sighs and puts her phone away. After work, she takes out her phone, looks at it again, and says, "Where are you now?" He replies, "Lost." "Still lost." He laughs to himself as he texts this and says, "Are you done work?" She replies, "Yes. Want to ignore responsibilities for once and just drive somewhere." She doesn't have any plans that day, apart from patrolling. Bruce is in the city, so if anything happens, I guess he should be able to cover it. Damien and Titans are passing by as well. She says, "Maybe." He replies, "Okay. I'll be outside at 9. And at 9 o'clock, a loud engine roars outside of our apartment. She looks through the window and sees him standing in front of his car in his Camaro SS Chevrolet, a classic, black and blue. On the nose, just like his costume. He's wearing black ripped jeans, black sneakers, a tight but long white shirt, and a black leather jacket. She finds herself biting her lips softly, and she turns away. She didn't want to put in any effort because she doesn't want to give any wrong signals. So she just wore casual blue ripped jeans and long-sleeved white t-shirt. And she took a hoodie just in case it gets cold, and she ran down the stairs. He smiled at her and opened the door for her. She hopped in and they began driving. He put on a playlist, some of his old favorite music, and the two of them started singing like a karaoke in the car, reminiscing of the old days and the old times when they used to skip heroing to go to an arcade or go to the woods and mess around nature and see who can climb a tree the fastest, and all these games they used to play. But everything has been so serious lately. They've never had a moment to do such fun things anymore. These memories flood through their brains. The first kiss, the first time they slept together, the first heartbreaks, the first time they broke up, how it felt when they got back together. They've been through everything together. They stopped near a lake and Grayson says, "We can just hang out here for a bit maybe." She agrees and she goes outside and sit on the bonnet, looking out at the lake. And Grayson just starts spilling slowly. It begins with, "I miss this. I feel like we haven't had any real life experiences for a long time. I'm jealous of you. I wish I went to college like you did and met other people, and I feel like I have no real friends outside of our line of work. If it's not heroing, it's nothing. Without heroing, I would have never met you. But I've been thinking about stopping lately. Barbara looked at him and said, "You can stop if you want to. It wouldn't be the first time you left." This brought back a painful memory for her when he decided to leave for Bloodhaven. She was hurt, felt frustrated and alone. Her best friend and her boyfriend was gone, out of his life for years. Then he almost died. Hid that fact that he was still alive. Came back and they shared a few moments, but he never pushed farther than that. She was tired of his games. He told her, "I can't quit because I can't afford to lose you. I can't afford not seeing you often. You brighten my day and rip my heart to shreds. Every time I see you smile, it's the happiest and saddest moment of my life." She avoids his gaze and looks up to the skies and says, "Dick, I found someone and he makes me happy. I don't want to ruin that. Grayson looks at her, leans in closely, and whispers, "When I left, I thought I was being selfless. I left because I thought it was the best thing for you, that you deserved better. I was facing so many demons and I didn't want to be a bad boyfriend to you. You're the most important person to me. You know that, right?" But right now, I feel like being really selfish. And I'm really sorry. But I can't help myself. There's nobody that has ever, will ever, or can ever make me feel like how you make me feel. You're the only one that has been consistent. You're the only consistent in my life. You're the only thing that I look at and I know that is gonna brighten my day. I know it's gonna make me want to live. I know it's gonna make me want to keep going. I know that as long as you're okay, I'm okay. But lately I want to be more than okay. He leans in closer again. "I'm not gonna leave again," he says. "I'm gonna be right here with you through everything, no matter what." A tear slides down her eye. She says, "It's not fair, Dick. It's not fair. You can't just do this. I finally am getting my life together. And you come here like a hurricane and mess with my emotions and my head. Ask me to dinners and drinks. I don't want to do this. I don't want to feel like this. I've been feeling guilty and like a bad person all this time with Ray, thinking that I miss you. And saying no to us hanging out so many times, I felt like we're still friends. I can just say yes, and maybe I was also hoping that something would happen, that you would finally choose me, that you finally stay. But I can't trust you anymore. Not when it comes to this. And he says, I'll prove it. I'll show you. I won't tell you how I feel anymore. I'll show you. Every day. For the rest of my life if I have to. You're the only person that I need and that I want. Thanks, guys. This is part 1. I think I was hoping to finish the story, and I was actually hoping to have like a happy ending and not a cliffhanger, but it just felt right as I was telling it that she doesn't accept him straight away, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been your boy Supremacia the God, and if you like this series, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to do more of this, maybe every night, depends on how you guys react to this. Thank you. I'm out.
I got friends now. You ain't know, but I got friends now. I'm balling out with my friends now.